Hey everyone, welcome back to the Thundertron podcast. So today I'm going to be discussing and giving you my thoughts on the recently leaked listings of the upcoming Transformers 2 series figures releasing in 2025. Now before we get into my thoughts and all the information that we have on these figures, please leave your thoughts on these figures in the comment section down below. I also do have a bit of a warning or some advice before getting into this segment. Do keep in mind, since all these figures should be releasing in 2025 or even later, maybe 2026 and 2027, do keep in mind, since it's so far away, Hasbro can pretty much do whatever they wanted to. They could cancel all these figures, they could delay them, they could move them to different lines. So nothing is really set in stone until Hasbro officially reveals it and put it up for pre-order. So don't get your hopes up, because things can always change. Now, starting off this long list of leaked listings, we do have the Transformers 2 Series Deluxe Class Transformers 1 Starscream, which this figure and design will be based off of an animated Transformers film coming out in the third quarter of 2024 titled Transformers 1. So I'm really going to reserve my judgment on this leaked listing and figure, because we haven't even seen a trailer of the film yet, nor any concept art or any look at the film, so we're not really sure how this character or figure is even going to turn out. So I'm going to really wait and see until we get a better look at the designs and the approach that they're going to go for with this film. So I'm just going to wait on that. Moving on to the next one, we do have the Transformers 2 Series Deluxe Class Transformers 3Q, which I know has been a figure a lot of people have been wanting an updated version of in this 2 Series line. Me personally, I'm probably going to pass on this. Really doesn't appeal to me, but I am glad to see it on this list, because as I said, I've been seeing it mentioned a lot and people have really been wanting a new version of. Now moving on to the next one, this is one that definitely stands out to me. We have the Transformers 2 Series Deluxe Class 86 Bone Crusher. So this is our very first indication of a possible 86 G1 Devastator or Constructicons, and as I move down this long list, there is actually even more listings of the remaining members of the Constructicons and the Devastator team. So I'm really happy to see this. It's kind of a bummer this figure isn't coming out this year, because I would love it to come out as soon as possible, but we might have to wait just a little bit longer, but I can be patient. Now moving on to the next one, you have the Transformers 2 Series Deluxe Class 86 Jazz, which is just a package refresh. There should be no new molding, no details, no new accessories. If you don't know what package refresh means, it just means they took a figure from an older line, such as, of course, maybe the very first wave of the 2 Series 86 line that was quite a while ago. I think actually Jazz was a part of the first or second wave of that subline, and they just take that figure and put it in a new box and give people a new opportunity to get the figure in case they missed it around the first time. Now moving on to the next one, we do have the Transformers 2 Series Deluxe Class 86 Scavenger, another member, a part of the Constructicon Devastator team, which I'm again very happy to see. And as for the final figure, a part of this section of the list, we do have the Transformers 2 Series Deluxe Class War for Cybertron Autobot Soldier. So this should be a part of the Stu Series Gamer Edition subline, which has been kind of a mixed bag so far. I think it's overall been pretty good, but there's been kind of some hiccups here and there. No figure has been perfect. There's always been some problems with them, but I do hope this one turns out good. Interesting enough, there is actually no specific name or character title for it. It's just Autobot Soldier, so it might just be kind of like a standard sort of typical normal Autobot. It's not going to be like a specific named character that we know, like Optimus or Ironhide. So this could be one of those where you can army build it, so you could just get a ton of these and create a really cool Cybertron battle. And I hope they do the same for the Decepticons. Now moving down the list, we have the Transformers 2 Series A-Level Deluxe Transformers 1 B127. Now I should have the image of the part of the list that I'm taking a look at up on your screen so you can read and see it for yourself. And you might be a little bit confused. You might be like, okay, the listing you just read is just a bunch of numbers and letters. Like, what does that mean? Who's the figure? Who's the character? Well, there's a bit of an interesting backstory. So one of the most recent Transformers films was the Bumblebee solo film. And in the opening Cybertron scene, he was not called Bumblebee, he was called the B-127, and he doesn't earn that title or name Bumblebee until he arrives on Earth and meets the main human character, Charlie. So it's a bit interesting that that B-127 name from the Bumblebee solo film will actually be used again for this figure and for the upcoming Transformers 1 animated film. So we will be getting, hopefully you're not confused anymore, we will be getting a Bumblebee figure based off of the Transformers 1 animated film. Now moving on to the next one, we do have the Transformers Studio Series A-Level Deluxe DEV Optimus Prime. So again, another figure that's going to be based off of the Transformers 1 animated film. And just like I said with Starscream, the very first of these figures that was a part of this list, I'm not really going to give any comments or any judgment on these because we don't have any images, we don't have a trailer, very little information on the movie, so we're really just going to have to wait and see until we actually have some more stuff or some more information to base these figures off of. But I do have to say I'm not entirely sure what DEV means. I'll have to kind of wait and see on that. If you are wondering what A-level means, because it actually does have A-level before Optimus and Bumblebee's listing, as you can see up on your screen right now. I think I could be incorrect. I'm pretty sure that should be like the title of maybe like a series or a line, such as, you know, there's Gamer Edition, there's Legacy United, there's Stu Series 86. So I think it should be maybe a title of like a series or a subline, maybe within Stu Series. So it's going to be called Stu Series A-Level, but I could be wrong. Now moving on to the next one, we do have the Transformers Stu Series Deluxe Transformers 7, that being Rise of the Beast. Double Punch. So Double Punch, I think, could be kind of like the concept art Megatron. You know, Megatron was supposed to appear in the Bumblebee movie, but in the final cut, he was taken out. Because I'm pretty sure most of the viewers and listeners have seen the Rise of the Beast film, and there was never a Double Punch character shown or mentioned by name. So it could be the case where maybe he was in a cutscene, but they just didn't add it in the film. They took it out. I could be wrong, but I know there was never a Double Punch character or a name mentioned in that movie. We'll really just have to wait and see for more details on that. Now moving on to the next one, we do the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Transformers 3 Dark Into the Moon Hatchet, another character a lot of people have been really wanting an updated Studio Series version of, so I know a lot of people are going to be happy. Again, not really for me. Now moving on to the next one, you do have the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Movie 6, that being the Bumblebee solo film, Bumblebee. So I guess we're going to be getting a new Bumblebee figure. It doesn't say PR. Again, if you don't know, PR is package refresh. So I guess it's going to be a new Bumblebee figure, or it could be an incomplete listing. I actually have seen listings where it doesn't say PR in the actual listing, but in the end, once it's actually revealed, it is a package refresh. So I give it about a 50-50 chance of it being a package refresh, or we could be getting a brand new Bumblebee figure based off of that solo film. We'll really just have to wait and see. And as for the last one, we do have the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe 86 Perceptor Package Refresh. So it actually does say there, so we do know they're just going to be taking that original Perceptor figure and molds from one of the very first few waves of the 86 subline and just putting it in a new box so you can get another chance to get this figure if you missed it first time around. Now moving on to the next section of the list, we do have the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Transformers 4 Age of Extinction Widowmaker. Now this character or figure could be like the Double Punch that we recently talked about earlier in this 7, where Widowmaker was supposed to make an appearance in the Age of Extinction film, but the last second was taken out. Now that being said, it has been quite a while since I've seen the Age of Extinction film, so I could have just up and forgot that scene where he was there, but I do not think there was any name mentioned of this character or it was ever shown on screen, but you can correct me if I'm wrong and jog my memory in the comments below. But now moving on to the next one, we do have the Transformers 2 Series Voyager class War for Cybertron Skywarp, which this was kind of seen a mile away. We all knew this was going to happen. It's obviously that they're just going to take the most recent, about 2 months ago, Hasbro released a Transformers 2 Series Gamer Edition Voyager class Starscream, and they're just going to repaint that using Skywarp's colors with the dark blue, silver, and red, and that will make this figure, which I'm actually really glad they're doing, because if you don't know, Skywarp is my favorite Seeker. I just love his deco. Of course, it could have something to do with blue being my favorite color. I don't know, I've always just really liked Skywarp, so this will be a 100% pickup for me. But now moving on to the next one, we do have the Transformers Studio Series Voyager class Transformers 7 Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime package refresh, which this is actually very good to hear, because if you don't know, the Optimus Prime from Rise of the Beast in the Studio Series line was actually one of the most sought after figures in 2023. It goes for crazy prices on the aftermarket on eBay and Mercari. So if you did miss out, this is a perfect opportunity to get it. I'm not sure if they're going to, just re-release this like widely, because originally this Optimus Prime was a Target exclusive. So that's also what made it very hard. If you didn't have any Targets in your area, you were kind of stuck. You really didn't know where to get it from. You kind of had to get it on the aftermarket. So they could make this a Target exclusive again, or it could be a wide release where like Amazon, Target, even their website has it. We really don't know right now. Moving on to the next one, we do have the Transformers Studio Series Voyager class Warfare Cybertron Ironhide. So we will be getting an Ironhide in the Gamer Edition subline. I don't really have any comments right now. I actually never played the Warfare Cybertron or Fall of Cybertron game. I did watch gameplay, and I actually quite like the design, so I am very looking forward to Ironhide. Again, no real comments right now because we don't even have an image of the figure, but I am looking forward to it. Now moving on to the next one, we do have the Transformers Studio Series Voyager class Transformers 1 Sentinel Prime. So we will be getting a Sentinel Prime figure based off of his design in the Transformers 1 animated film. Now moving on to the next one, again, another very predictable kind of obvious one that they were going to do. We have the Transformers Studio Series Voyager class Warfare Cybertron Thundercracker. Just like the Skywarp, they're going to take that original Starscream mold as a base and repaint it into Thundercracker's colors. Really just kind of a lighter shade of blue than Skywarp. Skywarp's a bit more of a dark purple and silver, so really both figures we kind of saw coming from a mile away. And moving on to the last one of this section of the list, we do have the Transformers Studio Series Voyager 86 Scrapper, another member of the Constructicon Devastator team. Now for the last few figures on this list, we do have the Transformers Studio Series Voyager 86 Mixmaster, another member of the Constructicons that form Devastator that I'm very much looking forward to. Another figure, we do have the Transformers Studio Series Leader Class Transformers 7 Rise of the Beast Ape Link, which will most likely be a minor retool repaint of the previous Leader Class Optimus Prime, which I actually thought was a very good Leader Class. And moving on to the next one, we do have the Transformers Studio Series Leader Class Transformers 4 Age of Extinction Optimus Prime. So this really could go one of two ways. Some people think it's going to be the damaged version of Optimus Prime, the first version of Optimus Prime that we do see in Age of Extinction. He's injured, he's hurt, he's rusted, he's broken, the one that Cade Yeager finds in that old movie theater. Or some people think we could get the Night Optimus Prime, which I very much hope so they do, because it's my favorite Optimus Prime design, so I'd love to get that in the Studio Series line. We'll really just have to wait and see. And the last two are package refreshes, but actually very good ones. I'm super glad they did this. But the next one is the Transformers Studio Series Leader Class Transformers 3 Shockwave, which that was a very popular figure, one of the most liked leader classes of Studio Series in those first few waves, so I'm very glad to see that getting package refreshed. I'm actually kind of unsure if I'll get it. I do like the Transformers 3 Shockwave design, but I did hear a few complaints about that figure, like there's a lot of rubberized parts that really didn't need to be rubber, and I heard there was some tolerance problems, so I'll maybe give that a second thought. And the last one is the Transformers Studio Series Leader Class 86 Grimlock, which I'm actually very glad to see this, because there was a few times I was so close to paying those aftermarket prices and getting a Grimlock, but now that they're doing a package refresh, I will definitely take that second opportunity and get it now. But that is all for the list. It's a very long list. Again, please leave your thoughts on all these figures in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed this Thundertron podcast segment, and I will see you next time.